Stop. Put down your textbook. Close your vocabulary app. It is lying to you. You have been studying English for 10 years, yet when you watch a movie, you hear only noise. Why? Because you are listening for words that do not exist.
She is absolutely right. You are hunting for bricks, but the house is made of mortar. If you cannot hear the invisible links between words, you will never, ever understand a native speaker. Today, we do not teach you English. We teach you how to decode the secret music of the language.
Welcome back to the Slow English channel. I'm Daisy, and today we are tackling the single biggest obstacle to fluency. It is called catenation, or as we like to call it, the invisible link. And to help us break this code, we have the legendary Professor Peter Hanson from New York. Peter, you have been teaching for 30 years. Is this really the reason students fail?
Daisy, it is not just the reason they fail. It is the reason they quit. I remember back in '98, I was teaching at a small university near Washington Square Park. I had a student named Koji. Brilliant guy, a surgeon from Tokyo. He knew more grammar than I did, seriously. If I made a mistake, he would correct me. But one day, he came into my office looking completely defeated. He threw his bag on the chair and said, "Peter, I am going home. I cannot do this." I asked him, "Koji, what happened?" He told me he went to a deli to buy a bagel, just a simple bagel. The cashier asked him a question, and Koji froze. He said it sounded like one giant, long, aggressive alien noise. He felt stupid. He felt small.
Oh, that is heartbreaking. I think every single listener right now is nodding their head. They know that feeling, the panic when the sounds just wash over you. What did the cashier actually say?
The cashier said, "Jeet yet?"
Jeet yet?
Exactly. Jeetyet. Jeet yet? Koji was translating it in his head. He was looking for did, he was looking for you, he was looking for eat, he was looking for yet. But Americans do not speak in lists. We speak in rivers. Did you eat yet becomes jeet yet? When I wrote it down for him, he almost cried. He realized he wasn't stupid. He just didn't know the rules of the invisible link.
That is a perfect example. And today, we're going to perform surgery on that river. We're going to slow it down, freeze it, and show you exactly where the words glue together. Listeners, I want you to take a deep breath. Forget everything you learned in school about clear enunciation. Real English is messy. It's sticky.
Sticky is the right word. Think of English words like chewing gum. If I pulled two pieces of gum apart, there's that little string that connects them. That string is what we are practicing today. If you cut the string, you sound like a robot. If you keep the string, you sound human.
Let's start with the most basic, yet the most important type of linking, consonant-to-vowel. This is the foundation. If you cannot do this, you cannot speak English fluently. The rule is simple. If a word ends with a consonant sound and the next word begins with a vowel sound, you must move the consonant over. You do not stop breathing.
Daisy, explain that move over concept, because I find students understand the theory, but their mouths refuse to do it.
Okay, let's visualize it. Imagine the phrase turn off. T-U-R-N-O-F-F. 2 words. Most students say turn off. They stop the air. There's a gap, a silence. That silence is the enemy.
It kills the momentum.
Exactly. To fix this, you must take the N from turn and attach it to the O in off. So in your mind, the first word is tur, T-U-R, and the second word is noff, N-O-F-F. Turn off. Turn off.
I love that. Listeners, try that. Don't say turn off, say turn off. It sounds like a Russian name, Tur-noff.
It does. Mr. Tur-noff. Let's practice this. I'm going to say the phrase separately, and then I link it. I want you to repeat the linked version 3 times. Are you ready? Here's the phrase, look at. Now link the K to the A. Look at, look at, look at.
I can hear some of you hesitating. I can feel it. You're thinking, Peter, Daisy, if I say look at, people will not understand me. Let me tell you a secret. The opposite is true. If you say look at that, you force the listener's brain to work harder. You're firing bullets at them. Pop, pop, pop. But if you say look at that, you're sliding the meaning into their ear.
Precisely. Let's try another one. This is very common. Come in. Do not say come in. Take the M and glue it to the I. Come in. Come in. Come in. Peter, give us a difficult one from your American context, something you hear on the streets of New York.
Oh, easy. Get out of here. But let's start smaller. Get out. In American English, that T in get changes because it's between vowels, but let's just focus on the link first. Get out. Get out. If you're angry, it's faster. Get out. But if you're just shocked, like someone told you crazy news, you stretch it. Geed out.
I love the emotion in that. And this brings up a massive point, Peter. The link carries the emotion. If you chop the words up, you can't carry the feeling.
That's a deep advice, Daisy. Let's stay there for a second. This is a mentorship moment. Listen to me closely. Many of you treat English like a mathematics equation. You think subject plus verb plus object equals meaning. No. Language is a transfer of emotion. When you link words, you are creating a wave of sound that carries your feeling. If I say, I am so sad, with breaks, I sound like a computer reporting an error. If I say, I am so sad, with the links, I sound like a human being in pain. You need to stop being afraid of slurring your words. Students tell me, Peter, I want to speak clearly. I tell them, no, you want to speak smoothly. Clarity comes from the rhythm, not the separation.
Clarity comes from the rhythm. I'm writing that down. That's brilliant. Okay, let's look at a specific mechanic that confuses people, the invisible W. This falls under vowel-to-vowel linking. When one word ends in a round vowel, like go or you, and the next word begins with any vowel, a W sound magically appears. It's not written in the text, you won't see it in the subtitles, but if you don't say it, you sound choppy.
This is the intrusion rule, the intruder, the ghost sound.
Yes, the ghost W. Let's take the phrase go out. Ends in O, round lips, starts with ow, vowel. Your mouth naturally wants to make a W shape to move between them, so it becomes go wout, go wout. Peter, break this down for a Spanish speaker, for example, who might struggle with this glide.
Good question. Spanish vowels are very pure, A, E, I, O, U. They're sharp. English vowels are moving targets. They glide. So if you just say go out, you're resetting your jaw. You're stopping the car to change gears. The W is the clutch. It lets you shift gears without stopping. Try this. Put your finger on your lips. Say go. Feel your lips round? Now keep your lips moving and push into out. Go out. You should feel the vibration on your lips. Let's drill this. Daisy, give them a few W phrases.
Okay, listeners, this is your gym session. We're going to do 3 repetitions of each. Focus on the W sound. Phrase 1, do it. Do it. Do it. Do it. Phrase 2, blue eye, blue eye, blue eye. Phrase 3, no one, no one, no one.
Can I jump in here with a nuance? No one. This is actually where the word none came from historically, right? They mashed them together so much it became one word. That's how powerful linking is.
Absolutely. And speaking of history and evolution, we have to talk about the invisible Y. This is the sister of the invisible W. When a word ends in a wide vowel, like E, or I, or A, and the next word is a vowel, we get a Y sound, like in me. If I say me and you, I am actually saying me and you.
The Y is very subtle, but if you miss it, you sound aggressive. Me and you. It sounds like a list of suspects in a crime. Me and you sounds like a relationship.
Let's drill the invisible Y. Phrase, see it. See it. See it. See it. Phrase, day after. Day after. Day after. Day after.
I am imagining our listeners sitting on the bus or in their cars, making these strange noises, day after, people looking at them like they are crazy. But hey, if you want to master this language, you have to be willing to look a little crazy. I had a student, a CEO from Germany, very serious man, suit, tie, very stiff. He spoke English perfectly, but he sounded terrifying. He sounded like he was constantly giving orders. I made him do these drills. I made him say, toy airplane. I made him stretch his face. At first, he hated it. He felt undignified. But after 3 weeks, he came back and said, Peter, my negotiations are going better. I asked why. He said, people think I am friendlier. They trust me more. The invisible link is not just about pronunciation. It's about psychology. It softens you. It makes you approachable.
That is such a powerful story. It really shows that your accent is your personality in a second language. Now, Peter, we have to enter the danger zone, the war zone. British English versus American English linking, because we do this differently, don't we? Specifically with the letter R.
Oh boy, here we go, the R wars. In America, we love the R. We hold on to it. We never let it go. We are rhotic speakers. If I say car, you hear the R. So for us, linking with R is easy. We just use the R that's already there. Car alarm. Car alarm.
But in London, or standard British English, we are non-rhotic. I do not say car, I say car. However, and this is a big however, when a word ends in a silent R and the next word is a vowel, the R comes back from the dead. We call this the linking R. So car is car, but car alarm becomes car alarm. Suddenly, I sound American for a split second.
It is fascinating. But Daisy, what about the intrusive R, the one that doesn't exist in the spelling? This is the one that confuses my students when they watch British TV shows like Sherlock or The Crown.
Yes, the intrusive R. If a word ends in a schwa sound, or a generic or sound, and the next word is a vowel, British people insert an R, even if there is no R in the spelling. The most famous example, law and order. L-A-W, no R, but I say law and order. I saw a film. I saw a film.
I saw a film. It drives my American brain crazy. It sounds like you're adding letters for fun. But listeners, you need to choose your path here. If you're learning American English, do not do the intrusive R. We do not say law and order. We just say law and order with a little pause or a glide. But if you want that sophisticated London sound that Daisy has, you need that R.
It is true. It's the hallmark of the accent. Let's do a drill on this specifically for the British style, just so you can hear the difference. I want you to try to be me. Phrase, media attention, ends in A, starts in A. British link, media attention. Try it, media attention.
Now let me do the American version. Media tension. I use a Y glide there. Media tension. Hear the difference?
Media retention.
Media tension. This is high-level nuance. If you can hear this difference, your ears are graduating to the next level.
It's beautiful, really, the variation. Now, I want to move to something that applies to both of us, the same sound link. This is where students waste so much energy. If one word ends with one sound and the next word starts with the same sound, students try to pronounce it twice. Bad, dog, D and D. They say bad, dog. They release the first D.
Oh, the double release. It's exhausting. Stop, pushing, big game. It sounds like you have the hiccups.
Exactly. The rule is you marry the sounds. You merge them into one long sound. You don't say bad dog, you say bad dog. You hold the position of the D, pause for a split second to build pressure, and then release it onto the second word. Dog.
Think of it like a musical note. You're not playing two short notes, you're playing one long note. Let's drill this. This is essential for speed. Red dress, not red dress. Red dress. Daisy, guide them through the mechanics of the tongue position for this.
Okay, everyone, place your tongue behind your teeth for the D sound. Say red. Don't release the D. Keep your tongue stuck there. Trap the air. Red. Now, while the tongue is still up, start the word dress. Dress. Now put it together. Red dress. Red dress.
Let's do a few more. Bus stop. 2 S's. Don't hiss twice. One long snake hiss. Bus stop. Bus stop.
Black cat. 2 K's. Black cat. Black cat. It sounds like Kit Kat.
It does. Now, I want to take a detour into a very specific American phenomenon, the flap T. This is a type of linking that changes the sound entirely. Daisy, you usually keep your T's sharp. Water. But in New York, in California, if a T is between 2 vowels, it becomes a soft D. And if we link a word ending with T to a word starting with a vowel, that T is technically between vowels. So put it on, put ends with T, it starts with I, link 1, it ends with T, on starts with O, link 2. American pronunciation, put it on, put it on.
That's so fast. Put it on. It sounds like a strange French word, le put it on.
Put it on, yes. But this is why students get lost. They're listening for put it on. And I say, hey, just put it on the table. Put it on. Listeners, I want you to try this American drill. It will make you sound 50% more native instantly. Phrase, let it go, like the Frozen song. Don't say let it go. Turn the first T into a D. Let it go. Let it go.
And note, the second T in it usually disappears or becomes a stop T before the G consonant. But that's advanced. Let's stick to the first link. Let it. Let it. Now, Peter, I have a question from our mailbag. Well, I'm inventing a mailbag, but a common student question. What happens when the sounds are different but similar, like T and D? For example, sit down.
Ah, assimilation, the Borg rule. Sit ends with unvoiced T. Down starts with voiced D. Your mouth is lazy. It doesn't want to switch from unvoiced to voiced in that same position. So the strong sound, the voiced D, eats the weak sound, the T. It becomes sit down. You almost lose the T entirely. Sit down.
I do this too in London. Sit down. If I enunciated sit down, I would sound like an angry schoolmistress from 1950. Sit down, children.
And nobody wants that. This leads to palatalization, the fancy word for smushing sounds together to make a new sound. This happens all the time with you. T plus U equals chew. D plus U equals Jew. S plus U equals shoe. And Z plus U equals jus.
This is the don't you becoming don't you phenomenon. I think students learn this from pop songs, but they're afraid to use it in business. Peter, is it unprofessional to say don't chew in a meeting?
That is a fantastic question. Here's the truth. If you are speaking slowly and emphasizing a point, you might separate them. I ask that you do not do that. But in normal flow, 95% of the time, even the President of the United States says, don't you? Don't you want to agree on this deal? If you say, don't you sound robotic. So yes, it is professional because it is fluent.
Okay, let us break down the chew sound. Phrase, meet you. T plus Y. Meet you. Meet you. Nice to meet you. We say this every day. We do not say nice to meet you. Repeat after me. Nice to meet you. Nice to meet you.
Now the Jew sound. D plus Y. Did you? Did you? Did you see that? Did you go? Sometimes we cut it even more to just Jew. Did you go? But let's stick to did you. Try it. Did you? Did you?
And the S plus Y. Bless you. We never say bless you. It is bless you. Bless you. Like a sneeze.
It is the sound of a sneeze. This is the invisible glue. Now, I want to pivot back to a mindset issue. We have thrown a lot of technical drills at you. T to D, W intrusions, Y intrusions, palatalization. You might be feeling overwhelmed. You might be thinking, I cannot remember all these rules while I'm trying to find the right vocabulary word. Daisy, what do you tell the student who is panicking about the rules?
I tell them to stop thinking about the rules and start listening to the music. You do not learn to dance by looking at a diagram of footsteps. You learn by feeling the beat. These rules we are explaining, they're just descriptions of what your mouth naturally wants to do. Your mouth wants to be lazy. Your mouth wants to flow. So don't memorize consonant plus vowel equals link. Instead, pick one phrase, just one. Maybe check it out and practice that one phrase until it sounds like liquid gold. Check it out. Master one link, and your brain will naturally start to apply it to others.
That's the anchor phrase technique. I use that. I tell students, master the phrase, what are you doing? In real life, what you doing? If you can master the feeling of what you doing, you can transfer that feeling to other sentences. It's about momentum. Imagine you're riding a bicycle. If you stop pedaling after each rotation, you'll fall over. Speaking word by word is stopping the pedals. Linking is constant pedaling. Even if you make a grammar mistake, if you keep pedaling, linking, people will understand you better than if you have perfect grammar, but stop every 2 seconds.
Momentum over accuracy. That's a controversial stance, Peter.
I stand by it. In spoken English, momentum is king. Accuracy is queen. The king leads.
I like that. Let's do a stress test. I'm going to give a long sentence, a sentence with multiple links. we're going to build it up brick by brick or link by link. The sentence is, I am not interesting in it at all. Wait, that's bad grammar. I am not interested in it at all. See, even native speakers slip. I am not interested in it at all.
Okay, let's break that beast down. Chunk 1, I am, to I am, invisible Y. Chunk 2, not interested, to not interested. Note, in American, the T in not might flip to a D, not interested. Let's stick to a clean link for now, not interested. Chunk 3, interested in, to invested in. Chunk 4, in it, to in it. Chunk 5, it at, to it at, or it at. Chunk 6, at all, to a tall.
Goodness, a tall, like a tall person. So the whole chain, I am not interested in it at all. It sounds like an incantation.
It does. I am not interested in it at all. Try to say that fast. I'm not interested in it at all. If you can link that, you can link anything.
Listeners, do not worry if your tongue feels like it's tied in a knot. That's a good sign. It means you're stretching muscles you've never used before. Peter, I want to talk about reduction briefly, because it's the partner of linking. We link words, but we also shrink words to make them fit. Specifically, function words. Of, to, for, and, the. We crush these words.
Oh, we destroy them. Cup of tea. We never say of, we say a. Cup of tea. Fish and chips. Fish and chips. Go to work. Go to work. You can't link properly if you're pronouncing to perfectly with a long O. Go to work. No. Go to work. The vowel changes to a schwa. This allows the link to happen faster.
So the secret to linking is actually caring less about the small words.
Precisely. You have to sacrifice the small words to save the rhythm. If you treat each word like a VIP, no one is a VIP. You need to spotlight the content words, nouns and verbs, and hide the function words in the shadows. The links happen in the shadows.
I love that imagery. We have about 10 minutes left, and I want to spend this time on a very specific, advanced drill. We're going to tell a short story, 2 sentences. Peter and I will read it the student way, choppy, and then the native way, linked. And we want you to mimic the native way.
Let's do it. The story is, an old friend asked me for an apple. I gave it to him.
Okay, the student way. An old friend asked me for an apple. I gave it to him. Ugh, that was painful to read.
It felt heavy, like walking in mud. Now let's map the links. An old to an old. Old friend to old friend. Asked me to ask me. For an to for an. An apple to an apple.
An apple. I gave it to I gave it. It to it to him to him. We often drop the H in him.
Yes, dropping the H. To him. So the full flow. An old friend asked me for an apple. I gave it to him.
Listeners, close your eyes. Listen to the melody. An old friend asked me for an apple. I gave it to him. It sounds like an old friend asked for an apple. I gave it to him. Repeat it. An old friend asked for an apple. I gave it to him.
If you're saying for an apple, stop.
Make it one word, for an apple. It sounds like pineapple, for an apple.
This brings up a question about listening exams. IELTS, TOEFL, CAE. Students often fail the listening section because of this. They see the word apple in the multiple choice, but they hear for an apple and they get confused. Peter, how should students prepare for these exams using this knowledge?
You have to stop reading with your ears. When you study for TOEFL, don't just read the transcript. Listen to the audio without the transcript. Write down exactly what you hear phonetically. If you hear "jiit," write "jiit." Then compare it to the real text. Did you eat yet? This gap analysis, seeing the difference between what you heard and what was said, is where the learning happens. Most students just read the text and say, "Oh, I know those words." Knowing the words is not enough. You must know the link.
That is actionable advice, Peter. Gap analysis. I also suggest backchaining. We used it earlier without naming it. Start at the end of the sentence and build backward. Apple, an apple, for an apple, me for an apple. Sometimes working backward prevents your brain from predicting the next word, so you focus purely on the sound connection.
Backchaining is powerful. It tricks the brain. Now, Daisy, I want to address the speed myth. Students think we speak fast. I argue we don't speak fast. We speak efficiently. If I say, "What are you going to do?" that is 6 syllables if pronounced perfectly. "What you gonna do" is 4 syllables. I am speaking at the same tempo, but I have fewer syllables to say. So it perceives as fast, but it is actually just short.
That is a huge distinction. You are not trying to rap. You are not Eminem. You are just taking the shortcuts. If you try to speak fast by rushing your words, you will stumble. If you speak connected, the speed comes naturally. Do not aim for speed, aim for smoothness. Speed is a byproduct.
Exactly. Slow is smooth, smooth is fast. That is a military saying, but it applies to English. Start slow, exaggerate the links. Me chew. Over time, you tighten it up. Me chew. But if you start fast, you crash.
We are nearing the end of our session. I want to do one final master drill. This involves shifting between the British and American styles we discussed, focusing on the link. The phrase is better at it. British, beta at it. T's are sharp but linked. Actually, in Cockney or casual London, we might use a glottal stop, B-A-I, but let's stay standard. Better at it. R links to A, better at. T links to I, at it. Better at it.
American style, better at it. The T in better becomes a flap D, better. The R at the end of better is hard, better. The T in at becomes a flap D, at it. Better at it. Better at it.
Listeners, try both. Option A, British, better at it. Option B, American, better at it. Which one feels more natural to your mouth? There is no right answer, but pick one and own it. Don't mix them. Better at it sounds weird. Better at it sounds weird. Consistency is key.
And that is the final mentorship thought for today. Identity. When you choose how you link words, you are choosing your identity in English. Are you the smooth, rolling American jazz musician? Better at it? Are you the crisp, rhythmic British drummer? Better at it? Find your voice. Don't just copy, adopt.
Beautifully said, Peter. So, your homework for this week. I want you to take one paragraph from a book or a news article, just 3 sentences. Mark the links, draw little loops connecting consonants to vowels, mark the W and Y intrusions, cross out the H in him or her, then read it aloud 10 times. Record yourself. Compare your recording to the native audio if you have it. Listen for the gaps. Eliminate the silence.
And remember Koji, my student. After he learned this, he went back to the bagel shop. He walked in, he looked the guy in the eye. The guy asked, "Jeet yet?" Koji smiled and said, "No, I did not. I want a bagel." He linked it. He didn't stutter. He got his bagel, and he felt like a king. You can have that feeling too.
You can indeed. Thank you for joining us on the Slow English channel. We hope you now see the invisible strings that hold our language together. I'm Daisy.
And I'm Peter. Keep those words sticky.
Goodbye.
See ya. See ya, ya.